Hi, my name is Kerry Petty. I've been teaching Pilates for about 20 years. And during this time, I've had some of my clients ask me, what is the best piece of equipment that you would get first to work out at home? Now, in a Pilates studio, a lot of times we use the Magic Circle, the band, or the foam roller, and I have suggested that people use that at home because those are great pieces of small pieces of equipment that you can use to make the exercise harder or to give you better feedback. But once you've made the decision to move on to other pieces of equipment, I've started by talking about the art barrel, working from the lowest piece of equipment that you could move around easier and lowest price tag, and then working our way up. So we've talked about the art barrel and the spine corrector in 2 other videos, and now we move on to the stability chair. Now, the stability of chair is definitely a big bump up in price, but also in versatility. And it's not, it doesn't really take up that much room. So you can put it against a wall. You could sit on it in a rec room. So we're looking at probably, if you got a balanced body chair, usually they run about $900 to $1,000. And then if you add handles, you're looking at adding $200. And then if you add what we call a split pedal, so right now the pedal, the model here has a dowel through it, so it's together. And then if you put it apart, then you can move the pedals independently. That doesn't seem like a big deal, but especially I love the split pedal. Works a lot. People that have injuries, one side is harder than the other for them to work. You work with an athlete that you're trying to get evened up, but again, you can just, generally you're looking at $200, $150 each to add those. The handles I would really recommend for most people. A lot of times in a studio, we always have a pole. And that's great for some stability, but if you really need support, it's really nice to have the handles there. And they're so easy, they've made them so easy to remove when you need to take them off for an exercise that it's just not a big deal. So what can you do with the chair? Just about everything. The chair really works on the legs nicely, and you're working in a standing position and a seated position, not on your back very much at all. And so you're actually working in a position that you are exercising in your daily life. So it's a very practical way to move. So leg work, rather than laying on your back like on the reformer, you're going to push that pedal all the way down to the floor. And then as the pedal lifts and as it lowers, you're getting quite a workout in your quad. You've got to hold yourself up and balanced. You can initially feel this because a lot of people will start to kind of lean forward because that helps you push the pedal down. But we want to be seated straight up, working on our posture. So if we take the arms away or out to the side, then you're working quite a bit more on balance. Working on alignment, we can work sideways with the leg work. So we're trying to keep the hips level. I've got double hip replacement, so this really helps me to work on the pelvis being level and not getting out of alignment. Again, once you take it to no hands, it becomes quite a balance workout. Good. Taking it higher up, then it would be like a lunge on top of the chair. So I can move up in this position. Again, working a lot more on the thigh in this position, coming all the way up, working on balance all the way back down to the floor. You can change the position once we're up here. So again, you can be working in a sideways position, so you're working more the adductor muscles. You've got that handle to hold on to, very supportive. Good. All right, that's a lot of leg work that you can do here. And in fact, you get the leg work on the reformer. It's hard to get leg work for powering when you're on the mat or even the ladder barrel. So if you're working a lot on the legs or a lot on balance, the chair and the reformer are really going to be a best bet for you. You can work on your arms too, for sure. So in this position, then I'm going to be lying parallel, my hip bones here. This can be kind of more like a push-up position here. You can take it into the articulation of the spine that we use in the swan dive. If you had the split pedal, just kind of a for instance, then the movement can be here. We can also work on stabilization of the shoulder as we're moving. Okay, you can also turn on to the side for some of that lateral flexion. Good, keeping the body still against the movement. We can even add some flexion. So doing some of the roll back. If you get the, you can get the chair by itself, or you can get what you call a bundle, which would include the box that sometimes we stand on. Sometimes we support with the feet on. Usually adds about $200. You're gonna roll back here. And then exhale, coming back up. Again, you're getting that half roll back feel as you're working. It's got some wonderful side bending to it. Again, if you need to take off the handle, usually just a quick pull out and it comes all the way back out. This is probably one of my favorite exercises, but my clients say I say that all the time because I do love Pilates so much. So sometimes we do this on the, well, mermaid is done on the floor and really on the reformer too. So you're lengthening out, but you get that full stretch all the way down through the hip, kind of when you're on the short box on the reformer, seated back up. And again, you get that length, and then you get some arm work. So your body is pressing the pedal down. Inhale, you could add some rotation to it. And then find that length as you stretch out to the side. Good. All right, so that's your stability chair. Again, it's a much bigger piece of equipment. Now, I will tell you that QVC sells a chair that's about $300 to $350. About of all the Pilates equipment, that's a knockoff. The reformer knockoffs are pretty bad. The chair is not so bad. It is light, so it doesn't work for a taller person or a heavier person. I do have a person that we put hand weights on the bottom for some of the exercises. But for being able to do the leg work and being able to do, I'll do elephant in just a second too, I said that knockoff is pretty good. So it's about $300 to $350. You are usually minimally looking at $1,000 for a chair. Again, I promote Balanced Body. I think they make very quality piece of equipment for a little bit more of a quote-unquote normal price. I was trained on Stotts, so I do love Stotts equipment. Again, you can get you can get most of this stuff now through Amazon, Target, Dick's, and sometimes you can get them quicker depending on the shipping through with Stotts, and Stotts, a Canadian company. So I love the chair. I think it is a great versatile piece of equipment. And I think you would be happier with storing a chair than you will the reformer, which is the last piece of equipment that we're going to talk about. So again, one of our favorite exercises to show off, abs are pulled up and in. This is not so dramatic when you do it on the reformer. Good, you get to be a circus performer. And then slowly back down. Good. Okay, so that's your stability chair. My name is Kerry Petty. Life's a journey. Let's exercise through it.